From the Betty Wilson Sports Complex, this is the 2010 Las Vegas Premier Invitational. So shift colors, we're underway for all your sailors out there past and present. This is girls under 14 category. First day action between the South Bay Gunners and the Rio Vista Shock. Let's get the lineup first for the South Bay Gunners. They're going to be in the yellow and black going from left to right, and the Rio Vista Shock going from right to left with the wind blowing here today. Coach Rick Hodges, and we're underway now. And the assistant is Eric Anderson. The managers is Amy Hodges and Mary Anderson. The keeper is Jerish Moananu for the South Bay Gunners. And number 2 will be George Hodges at midfield. Number 5 at forward is Jenna Anderson. At number 7 at midfield is Jacqueline Ruiz. At forward or midfield is Joanna Perron. At defender is number 9, Candence Esquivel. And right now we already have off to the far side a corner kick. Early in the match here, Rio Vista, the Shock, toward the 6-yard box, intercepted, and it is sent towards the back line, and that ball will be pushed upfield. Let's get the rest of the lineup. Melissa Rodriguez, number 10, is at midfield. Mid or forward, Samantha Foxworthy. Mid or forward, number 13, Patricia Velasco. Samantha was number 11. Number 15 at midfield is Irene Soto. Number 17 will be Savannah Keys. Number 20 at forward or mid is Danielle Schultz. Number 22 at defender is Nadine Hernandez. Number 23 at forward is Corelli Pineda. Number 35 at forward or backup keeper is Adriana Villanueva. Number 77 at defender is Elizabeth Horish. 88 is sweeper Sydney Lesberg, and 89 at defenders Melissa Diaz. That's the lineup for the South Bay Gunners. Let's get the Rio Vista Shock lineup as that ball is in the attacking area for the Rio Vista Shock. Defensive third for the Gunners. And the keeper is going to be Sarah Bramier. That's Sarah Bramier. Number 3 at center back is Alex Darwin. Number 6 at outside mid or defender is Ellie DePola. Number 7 at center mid is Taylor Fritz. Number 9 at center mid or outside mid is Sarah Brown. Number 10 at forward is Renee Robledo. Number 11 at left back is Shelby Zellner. Number 13 at back, left or right is Selena Fierro. At forward and mid is number 16, Angelica Pacheco. Number 20 at center mid is Sarah Martinez. 22 at center mid is Kristen Trujillo. 23 at center back is Shelby Thomas. And 27 at center back or forward is Abby Perkins. Ball is out of play on the near side touchline. 0-0 is the score here in the first half. I'm Greg G.K. Porter for LandsmanProductions.com. Happy to be with you here at the Las Vegas Premier Invitational. Here in the Summerlin section of Las Vegas, Nevada. Probably a total of a few minutes gone so far in the match. Official time is kept by the center ref, and that ball is out of play. Kind of winding up behind me somewhere over here. It's going to be a throw-in for the Gunners. And a 0-0 match. Irene Soto getting that ball toward the attacking third now on the near side. Soto on the intercept. Got a teammate into space there, and that's Pineda. Ball drawn out toward midfield, but the Rio Vista, the Shock, tightening up there. Intercept by Zellner, Shelby Zellner. And now running onto it was Horish. Elizabeth Horish, and now it's onto the wide side for a counterattack as the Rio Vista Shock now on the move. And on that play on a wide side was Renee Robledo, number 10. And now it's going to be a throw-in. Throw in the 0-0 match here. The wind is blowing from right to left across the field. As you see the flag blowing there, the CK upcoming here. And an in-swinger, but it was intercepted that time by Hodges. But now they sent us one off of a Carroll, but a save made. The save made by Jerish Wananu. Nice save there, as at the doorstep that time was Shelby Thomas. And now running onto it is Dipoala. Now to the wide side here, Pacheco turning and taking a shot, and no problem for the keeper that time for the Gunners. On to it now is Villanueva. Retreating back, Darwin. On the wide side. Running onto it, Pacheco. And now they get that ball over to Robledo. Robledo from the right flank and getting back there to defend quickly and covering the space. Get that ball out of danger. Over there in the deep back for the Gunners. 0-0 your score on a perfect blue sky day here in the last weekend of March 2010. The throw in for the Shock. An 18-yard box. Out of the box quickly. Toward the attacking third in the central. And quickly they tighten up. Yeah, the midfield area, and they push it back, get a counterattack going with Soto on the near side, knocked out of play. Darwin, a nice play. They get it by Darwin this time, and toward the central. However, they kick it upfield, and they get their counterattack going now. Back the other way now with Soto, and Soto just taking that strike. No problem that time for Bromir. Sarah driving it across midfield. Robledo trying to get to it, did not. And the Gunners do instead, push it across midfield. Kind of pinching there was Zellner, and pushing it towards a through ball for somebody to run onto, and nobody was able to do it. The ball had too much pace on it. The one with the geometric designs, the one of the most famous sport in the world. Soccer in this country, football in other countries, because they don't have American football like we do. Plus this sport's been around much longer. That ball in the central now. Perkins had a collect of it in his space, and now they trying to work a play. The Gunners, they can't. Dispossessed, having problems in that midfield area, and now on the wide there is Pacheco. Pacheco on a nice run, and Shea knocks it out of play in the back line again, and the defenders in the back for the Gunners. Able to get to that soccer ball just in time, as Pacheco had a nice run on the wide. Still a 0-0 score. Greg GK Porter, happy to be with you with Dan the Man Turnbull on the camera. We team up a lot of times. And the first time in a number of months, though, for me and he. He's been here last month. CK. The outswinger this time. Can somebody run onto it, collect it? Try to get that ball toward the back of the net. Can't do it, as the Gunners now able to win it But coming up in a quick pinch was Darwin there. Darwin moving up positionally that time. You may see that as this game continues. Trying to get that swipe that time was Hernandez, did not. South Bay Gunners from the Torrance area of Southern California and Rio Vista out of New Mexico, the visitors here this afternoon, or the morning actually, late morning. Off the foot of Soto again, trying to collect it and then drives it, but nobody there. On the near side, it'll be a throw-in in the 0-0 match, and it's girls under 14. Lindsay Souders, the head coach of the Rio Vista Shock, and Kathy Thomas, the team manager. On the near side, trying to get this counterattack going. The Shock again. Player falling down, center ref says play on. In a space there, Thomas looking for her teammate. Dipoala there, number 6, and then that ball goes out of play on the near side. It'll be a throw-in to Gunners. The Gunners get it in. Their player Soto on the near side can't handle it. Give it away. Dipoala throwing it in. Getting it to Darwin, and then Darwin to the far side of the switch to Zellner. Zellner getting it up. Heading it up there to Robledo and company as they try and get a run on that right flank with Pacheco. Try to defend in their own defensive half is Horish. Elizabeth over there on the far side. Knocked out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for the Gunners. The Gunners with a throw-in in a 0-0 match, and we've got probably about 12 minutes gone so far in the first half. Official time kept on the field. Knocked out of play. The Gunners will throw it in. The wind picks up from time to time, and there's times when it just kind of dies down, makes it a little bit more comfortable. Here in the desert, Las Vegas, Nevada. In the center circle, running onto it, Dipoala, drawing it back to her teammate, Alex Darwin. Darwin's pass was intercepted. On the wide side, though, they collected, do the shot with Zellner, the Robledo. The run on the wide side, and a shot and a save by Jerish Moananu. Of Hawaiian descent. That ball towards the central. And a strike now to Gunners. Try to push them back deep to their own defensive third, but Brahmir gets there. Pushes it upfield. Robledo drawing it back to her teammate there, Sarah Martinez. Martinez looking for that run on the wide side by Angelica Pacheco. Knocked out of play as they defend in space. It'll be a throw-in. Still the 0-0 match here in the first half. They throw it over into the corner, and it goes out of play. But it was lastly knocked out by the Gunners. The Lady Gunners now are going to give way again to the CK, and officially third or fourth CK of this match early on. Shelby Thomas collecting it over there in the corner. for Lindsey Sauter's team. Try to see if they can put the first one in the back of the net. The outswinger. Not being able to do anything with it towards that particular sequence. Going to try it again now. Down the right flank with Pacheco. Pacheco on the run, beating a defender. Pacheco draws it back. Pacheco still with it. Pacheco getting resistance, but gets a shot. And a save is made that time by Jerish Onanu. Again, protecting the near post. She of the lime green cleats. Driving it up towards midfield. Getting the touches now. Rio Vista, the Shock, the visitors from New Mexico. Controlling the soccer ball again, pushing it out to the wide. And it'll be a throw-in, but he got a substitution coming in for the Gunners. And it got a number of substitutions coming in for the Gunners. Danielle Schultz is into the contest. Samantha Foxworthy is into the contest, and I believe Joanna Perron and Jenna Anderson into the contest. So a wholesale substitution, as we like to call it, for the Gunners. That ball on a long ball. Working against the wind is Soto, and couldn't get much of it that time as Shelby Thomas kind of partially deflected her shot. Nice job done by Thomas into space. As Soto trying to get one in the back of the net for her club, whom looking at least the 16th minute of the match already in the first half. Only played 30 a half. That ball deflected off Dipoala. Now back up to Soto on a counter. Soto around one player. Irene Soto now is going to find her teammate on the overlapping run to the wide side. Back to Soto. Soto on it again, and we'll push it out of play. And it'll be a throw-in. He was hounded that time by Dipoala. Ellie not trying to give up anything there. The throw-in by Shelby Thomas. Thomas got it into Darwin, and Darwin had Jenna Anderson right there as a shadow to try to intercept that soccer ball, but was able to get it to the wide. Now goes out of play at throw-in. As Anderson trying to be involved in the action now after that substitution. The throw-in to Robledo. And now on it, her teammate Zellner goes diagonal across the 18-yard box. No problem for the keeper. And on it there, Candice Esquivel. Schultz. Back to Soto, trying to get it. It's already out of play. It'll be a throw-in now. Corelli, or rather Shelby Thomas is going to throw it in. Again, you're watching girls under 14 in the 2010 Las Vegas Premier Invitational. Last weekend in March, Greg G.K. Porter, happy to be with you again from the Betty Wilson Sports Complex here in the Summerlin area, northeast of downtown Las Vegas. Here is Shelby Thomas on a free kick, driving it down a central off of a bounce, and a save by Moananu. Not a bad drive toward the keeper. Moananu able to see it clearly, though, and get to it off her line. That ball in the central now and out to the wide. Haresh under duress. The ball is going to be a throw-in. as the Gunners give way. Zellner down that far side touchline. It goes out of play. Will be a throw-in now. It looks like Savannah Keys going after it. Tough to see the numbers all the way over the side of the field. Foxworthy. And now over to Schultz. Danielle Schultz on a touch across midfield, but they've reduced the size of the field as Rio Vista, the visitors from New Mexico, and pushed that ball out of play in this 0-0 match as we run closer and closer towards the end of the first half of action. Maybe about 10 minutes left to play in the first half in a 0-0 match. They get a couple fresh players, the Gunners do. Savannah Keys into the contest. Velasco. Patricia Velasco in, number 13. A throw in for the Gunners. Velasco. And it'll be a throw in for Rio Vista. Going to be subs now for Rio Vista now, as they really haven't substituted much here in the first half. They're going to get some fresh players in. And we'll mention them as they touch that soccer ball. We see number 13, and that's going to be Selena Fierro. And I believe it was number 7, Taylor Fritz, yes. And a save that time. The keeper's got to run back and gets back there. Bromir. The initial save off her line at the top of the 6-yard box. Had to retreat again and just wanted to drive it to that far side touchline. Get it out of danger. Now she can have some help to protect here on this set piece. George Hodges on the outswinger, trying to get somebody to possess it. Has a player there, but she's under a lot of duress into space. And then now has Hernandez. But that ball deflected and pushed back upfield now on a good counterattack here. Here's Zellner. Zellner on the run on the wide. Zellner on the right flank. Her pass, nearly a handball there, and then it goes off of one of the players, and it looks like it's going to be a corner kick. And it is. Another CK for Rio Vista. So South Bay Gunners getting a CK here in the last few moments. And now Rio Vista back again with another CK, at least their 5th or so in this first half. Haven't been able to put it in the back of the net, although they have drawn some decent shots at Moananu. The outswinger, they get a touch there, and it push it back. Can somebody on a near post, just outside the near post, and now they have a shot and nearly put it in beside the far post that time, but just missed it across the mouth of the goal there. As a sprawling Moananu trying to reach for it, but it would have beat her that time, but not quite accurate enough, so we're still 0-0. The Gunners gonna get a fresh player in. So initially didn't get much out of that CK, but then as they continue to work on it, kept it in the attacking third in the 18-yard box. They were able to get a very quality shot, nearly beat the keeper. Zellner. But as you know, in a world of soccer, it can be a tale of two halves. One team can seemingly dominate it in the first half, and in the second half, they get dominated. So we are still working towards the end of the first half. At about, say, the 23-minute mark, only about maybe 6 or 7 minutes left in the first half. on what is a beautiful day when that wind dies down. Very, very nice. The wind kind of reminiscent of the, as we get a free kick and a header, they're trying to get a subsequent touch on the outside of the box, but couldn't do it as Zellner couldn't get to it. Had too much pace on it. And with it now is Velasco. The Gunners, and Velasco on the near side was looking for Schultz. She didn't get to it. Here's Bromir, the keeper, way outside of the 18-yard box in that semicircle. Decided just to act like a defensive player and draw that ball upfield. Don't see that by the keepers too often, but they will do it from time to time. If the need arises, Selena Fierro. And it's going to be a throw in to Gunners. Gunners the far side touchline. Fierro again. And keeping it from going any further. However, the Gunners continue to gain real estate. Trying to move the ball toward the 18-yard box. And the Gunners knocking it out of play. It's going to be a substitution for the Gunners again. As Rick Hodges, let's get a fresh player in. Throwing it in to Perkins. Knocked out of play. The Gunners going to get that sub in now. It's going to be Corelli Pineda. So Corelli Pineda comes in. She have a forward type position to the outside. As the Gunners trying to collect it, cannot in the space. They're being tough. Rio Vista, but now they got a shot down to Central. And at the top of the box, the Shock able to win that soccer ball and keep it from going further into danger in that box. Fierro on the outside, pushing it up, trying to get a teammate to possess it, but intercepted. Retreating back is Perkins. Perkins trying to send it up to midfield, but nobody there. And again, Perkins into space, has to defend now as over into space. I believe that's Velasco over there. And they put enough pressure on the Shock now to try to get their opportunity as the first half running out here. About 2 or 3 minutes left to go in the first half, but here's a chance. As you see, concessions over there near the entrance coming into this nice complex. The CK for the South Bay Gunners in the 0-0 match. The in-swinger in a 6-yard box. Going to get another strike on it. And just getting it is a Bromir. Sarah finding the soccer ball. Ahead of Samantha Foxworthy. All the way upfield now. Retreating back is Horish. It goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in. Will somebody put one in the back of the net before the end of the first half of action? Most of the chances have been on the side of the Rio Vista North, or Rio Vista Shock. I'm thinking of Southern California, or maybe it was Northern California. Anyway, so that ball in the attacking third and sent wide of the net. That time, Shelby Thomas. She had the right idea, but that ball with the wind was not going to cooperate. And so the corner of the 6-yard box, a goal kick. And the 0-0 match. The Gunners trying to get their opportunity again. As chasing it down is Fierro. Bringing it down, but an intercept. And headed across midfield. But waiting right there for Alex Darwin, who Drives it across midfield. The Gunners collect it again and push it right back. Trying to get the Shock to retreat back further in their defensive third. But running onto it there was Zellner, as they have had a lot of good action, the Shock, on the right side of their offensive attack. Done a lot of pretty good things so far in the first half. And they want to continue here, doing the same, putting the pressure on the left side of the defenders and the midfielders for the South Bay Gunners. Corelli Pineda finds a teammate in the central, and now it winds up on the foot of Velasco. Can she regain it as she lost it? It caroms off of the foot that time, Dipoala, and now here's Soto. Soto has shown quite a bit here in the first half along the right side. And that is the end of the first half of action. 0-0 is the score. The South Bay Gunners in this girls under 14 match. South Bay Gunners 95 team and a Rio Vista Shock. They will see what the coaches will be talking about at halftime, get their free refreshments, and we'll be back with the exciting second half in just a moment. Stick with us. Action set to get underway here in the second half as a Rio Vista Shock from New Mexico is going to be going from left to right. And the South Bay Gunners from Torrance, California is going to be going from right to left. And we're back underway in a 0-0 match. And along that right flank was where the Rio Vista Shock were kind of trying to make their inroads towards getting a goal. They had a number of set-piece tries in the first half, but did not get anything in the back of the net. Here they are, Robledo, and misses a goal that time. As they start off here in the second half, and in the first minute, Robledo with an opportunity. Not able to get one in the back of the net. So we are still at 0-0. As a strike there by Zellner. Zellner getting it over now to Sarah Brown. Brown up to Robledo again. Back to Brown. Brown and trying to, in the center back there, was trying to collect it and help out her keeper, Moananu, but she said, I got it anyways. And going back the other way, putting pressure, Corelli Pineda. Pineda along with Jenna Anderson. As the players switching around from the far side of the field to the near side from what you saw in the first half. Horish in the 18-yard box, and coming right down to central there was Villanueva. Adriana trying to make sure that keeper doesn't give up a rebound. And winning it there is Zellner, and collecting it, push it upfield. Zellner didn't get it to Robledo. And here's Shelby Thomas. Thomas goes down, and it's going to be a free kick on the foul that time, as Shelby Thomas with the free kick in the first half, just the opening couple of minutes or so of the second half, rather, I should say. After the 0-0 first half. And on it was Ruiz, but Ruiz again gets to it in the central. Did not get it to her teammate, intercepted. And coming over there in the space was Lesberg, Sydney Lesberg, on a wide side. As Rio Vista trying to collect it, and they win it there with Trujillo, Kristen Trujillo pushing it up toward the central. Robledo didn't get to it. And the Gunners in their own defensive third now, trying to push up the field. However, coming in and taking it away, Zellner on the near side. Shelby Zellner. Zellner still on a soccer ball. Finds a teammate in the central. That was Dipoala, but she couldn't thread the ball through. As in a central back, they're able to intercept that ball and push it upfield. Perkins now, and her teammate pushing it towards Pacheco, but she didn't get it. Perkins now in the central, but the keeper coming out, Jerish Moananu for the South Bay Gunners. Head coach Rick Hodges sending it all the way down, and now Bromir for head coach Clincy Souders. But giving it away now. Over to Anderson. Anderson maybe waited a little too long that time, as the defender in the space was able to get back, and it'll be a CK. 0-0. Your score here in the second half at about the 4-minute mark of the second half, so the 34th minute of the match unofficially. On the outswinger of the CK, but they get a shot, and at that time it was not quite accurate enough, as that one, the near post, going awry past the goal line. And Sarah Bromir, the keeper, the visitors of New Mexico, going to try to get it upfield, try to help to break this 0-0 tie here in the second half. But that time did not get a player to run onto it. Rio Vista and the Gunners now will take an opportunity here to keep it in their defensive half. Beautiful mountain backdrop, as you see in your picture there. This ball sent toward Bromir and just went across the side of, or widthwise across the 6-yard box, and it'll be a goal kick. Nearly the goal for the Gunners, and I told you it's a tale of two halves. And which will be the way that we see the tale go here in the second half. And so far, the Gunners showing a little bit more activity here. Bromir sending it upfield, the central. A couple substitutions that came in. We'll mention them as they touch that soccer ball, as we do all the players that touch the soccer ball. Rio Vista trying to get something going. down to Central. But the Gunners not wanting to allow that to happen. Horish, and that ball on the near side for Soto. Soto was trying a lot of action along the near side in that first half. Going in the other direction. She's got Elizabeth Horish now. Gonna throw it in to Soto. Soto driving the ball, but not having a lot on that one. No problem for Brahmir. Wind has died down very comfortably here and gaining a little bit more warmth here in the second half. Off of the bounce. Getting to that one was Zellner, and Zellner not able to get a connecting pass to anybody. Robledo on her own. Robledo on the near side. Nice move. Getting around Melissa Diaz. And it's going to be a free kick as Diaz fouling her on the play. Diaz says, I'm going to take the body, but took it too much that time. On a foul. So Rio Vista. Shelby Thomas now. Toward the 18-yard box. Diaz getting a piece of that. And Ruiz. And now collected from the Central all the way up to midfield. Touched by Darwin. And to the outside. Out of play to far side touchline. Throw in for the Gunners. The Gunners now with a strike there to Soto. Soto with time and space. Irene Soto just missed it. It hit the far post. Nearly scored the first goal of the game. Soto was all alone pretty much. A great through ball, and she just could not finish that time. So Rio Vista now on the near side as Hodges goes down. On that run that time by Angelica Pacheco to throw in. And let's see. Let's have a foul. It's going to be a free kick. Rio Vista, the visitors from New Mexico, are going to have a free kick here. And it's Trujillo is setting it up. Kristen Trujillo. At the 39th minute, that ball on the outswinger. Off of Robledo to save by Moato. Saved by Moato. Going to her right, Jerish. Making the save on the subsequent strike that time. And both teams nearly put it in the back of the net. Moananu saving it again. And it was actually a free kick. Moananu just collecting and setting it up for the free kick. However, and in the corner, it goes out of play. Chasing it down that time was Elizabeth Horish. Trying to protect it defensively in a defensive third. About the 40th minute of the match. They play 60. And Robledo off the carry, trying a subsequent strike, and Moananu able to make the save. As coming right at her was Angelica Pacheco. And the keeper who made the save, Jerish Moananu. And she's not feeling too good right now. As we have a timeout on the field, 0-0 score. And a very bad collision there. And now Savannah Keys is going to come in as Jerish Moananu coming out. Very tough collision that time with she and Pacheco, but at least she's able to walk off the field. Keys is in there. And we'll see how long the substitution lasts. Maybe not very long. Going to be a throw-in. Elizabeth Horish going to throw it in. Sarah Martinez trying to get it going. And again, Rio Vista has put some opportunities in this match. They just have not put it in the back of the net. Now knocking out the keeper, but she'll probably come back in, but it's just a measure of what Rio Vista has done in this contest towards putting it in the back of the net, but they have not done it yet. And that's why it's a 0-0 score. Brahmir. And Sarah getting it started for her team, trying to work on Keys, the keeper now. Offsides call, it'll be a free kick. Free kick for the Gunners. And we are now at the 54th minute now of the match. I checked that. The 43rd minute of the match. Will be a throw-in. They play 60. Knocked out of play now. Hodges. It'll be a free kick. Wind really settling down, really beginning to be super comfortable here. And from the left flank, in the 18-yard box, here's Robledo. Robledo's still on it now. Draws it back to her teammate in the corner. That's Dipawala. Robledo found a teammate in space, but she didn't get to the soccer ball now. However, here's Fierro, and one bounce, Keys is able to handle it. Savannah making her first save in the contest as a backup keeper here in this match. Here's Irene Soto. Soto going around one player. Soto still on the soccer ball. Soto now draws it back. Soto toward the central, trying to get a teammate to run onto it. Remember, Irene Soto had that chance down the central and could not finish. Had maybe the very best chance of the match. And that one is going to go out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in. Rio Vista Shock. The visitors from New Mexico will not be able to throw it in as the center rep says, I want the sub to come in. And now that's not gonna happen as the Shock throw it in to Robledo. Renee Robledo getting it into the 18-yard box as Dipawala trying to get to it. Robledo, the touch by Martinez. And now they support upfield, still keeping it attacking toward the attacking third. On it is Pacheco, and it goes out of play as her attempted pass or shot down the central intercepted. Zellner will throw it in. And now the Gunners are going to get a substitution. Ellie Depawala is coming out of the contest for Rio Vista. And Jenna Anderson is now in the contest for the Gunners. And coming in for Rio Vista, the Shock, was Taylor Fritz in the 18-yard box. Robledo dispossessed that time, and she fell down. But that ball is in the central, still at the top of the box. Chasing it down now, just outside the box is Brown. Down to Central, and Keys no problem on a bounce. Robledo was a few yards away. Upfield in the center circle. As Rio Vista trying to continue the offensive attack, but now it's going the other way as here's Perron, and she wanted to push it outside. Anderson was trying to get to it, could not. However, upfield, they had a player in support and a run from the back. I believe that's Ruiz. Soto trying to get to it. She is marked heavily that time by Selena Ferrero. Didn't allow her to get to the soccer ball. However, it's out of play, knocked out by Rio Vista. They throw it in to Anderson. She couldn't handle it. Goes past the goal line, and it'll be a goal kick. But a sub now coming in for South Bay Gunners in this 0-0 match. Coming in now is Samantha Foxworthy at the 47th minute of the match unofficially. Here is Brahmir. Amir sending it upfield, but it's won by Hodges. Hodges trying to get a player there at the corner of the box. Could not win it, however, upfield they do. Push it right back down, and a keeper makes the save for Rio Vista. We're watching girls under 14 action here at the Betty Wilson Soccer Complex, the Summerlin section of Las Vegas, Nevada, Northeast. As you see, two players running after it there. Elizabeth Horish for the Gunners and Angelica Pacheco. And the throw-in, Rio Vista. Off the touch by Sarah Martinez to Pacheco. Pacheco in the corner, makes a turn. Her service turns into a shot, and it was on the top of the net that time. She wanted it to bend just in front of the keeper Keys, so maybe she could have a teammate be able to put it in the back of the net. But we are still 0-0, as that has not happened for either team. As the cameraman, Dan Aman. And I, Greg G.K. Porter for LandrymanProductions.com. Check us out on YouTube. A lot of the action in the past. Great different tournaments out of the short version. Or you can order this one. And that ball is into Central now for Christian Trujillo. And that ball is back in the defensive half for Shelby Thomas. Thomas getting it over to Ferrero. Hierro and company now. Cross midfield, but it goes back in their defensive half. And now striking it is Hodges. Hodges toward the 18-yard box. Has a teammate there. She ran by it. And the defender's in the deep back, able to collect it for Rio Vista and push it across midfield. As chasing it down, you see, right into your picture was Angelica Pacheco. A throw-in now by Schultz. Schultz for the Gunners, getting it to Soto. Soto now. Soto, her pass, and it's deflected, and Brahmir has to make the save. It was deflected by a defender, but Brahmir able to find it and make the save in time. Soto getting it over to Anderson. Anderson back out to the wide. They send it for a run down in the 18-yard box. Got two runners there, one on the outside and one on the inside. That ball is going to go past the goal line as it had too much pace on it. Can they intercept it, keep it in the defensive half in this 0-0 match? Who will score here? As we are now in about the 52nd minute of the match unofficially. Official time kept by the center ref. Cross midfield as Pacheco trying to chase it down. The Gunners now will have a throw-in. Schultz, the near side. Here's Soto. Soto with time and space. Soto going to take a blast and a save by Brahmir. That ball was kind of angling to her right, but Ramir able to make the save. Sarah, nice play. As Soto had some heat on that ball that time. And together with the wind. Back on a counterattack. Real Vista now. Brown into space. Dispossessed, pushed upfield. As they reduce the size of the field, Real Vista now trying to get something going. Here's Robledo. Robledo now to the wide. Gonna get a return pass. Robledo still on it to Pacheco. Shot, missed it. Pacheco was all alone and could not get it in the back of the net. And we are still 0-0. Pacheco like Soto that time with an opportunity. 53rd minute maybe of the game. They only play 60. Both teams have caught some breaks here. Both teams have made opportunities, but cannot cash it in. So we continue on in the 0-0 of this match. And those you don't know what nil is 0-0. Soto can't get to it. Schultz in the central. Been a good match to watch, though, even though it's 0-0. And coming on to it is Pacheco. Nice move. Gets a shot by her teammate. And from long distance, no problem for Keys. As Fritz able to take the shot. Nice play by Pacheco into space, weaving there. Setting it up. Now here's Fritz again on the wide. Taylor Fritz looking for Robledo. Didn't get it. And now it comes up to Brown. But in the space, they give it away to Pineda. Pineda all the way over to Jenna Anderson. But Anderson dispossessed. Go back the other way now. Here's Pacheco, gets a keeper, and it was blocked. The defender is able to get back for the Gunners and keep it out of the back of the net. Soto now. Still 0-0. Pacheco says, I'm going to score now, but not so soon, as the yellow flash came by, able to get that soccer ball. Back the other way in a counterattack. Ramir able to come up off her line and push it upfield. Nice decision by Sarah, as they were coming hard. Both teams counterattacking very quickly on each other. Just a few minutes left in the game. In the 18-yard box. Push it up to Pineda. Corelli. And Corelli again on it. Pineda on the near side. Pineda still weaving her way around a couple players. Cross midfield. In the central, but collected there by Shelby Thomas. Thomas, time and space. Thomas again. Thomas again on a through ball. Beautiful ball. Will they score now? They will. Go! Go, 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 go! Taylor Fritz on a beautiful play down the central. And a through ball to her foot, and she's able to put it in the back of the net. On the assist by Shelby Thomas. And one team has finally scored in this match. Unofficially, we'll say it was the 56th minute of the match. And both teams are going to substitute now. '56th or 57th minute, we'll say it's the 56th minute of the match. Late in the game, always tough when you see one go in the back of the net late in the game on you. But can you get the equalizer and come out with a tie? There'll be no penalty kicks or anything like that, as we're still in the bracket play. Long shot by Perron. Ramir able to handle it. Pacheco now putting pressure on the defender. Pacheco trying to make it 2-0 maybe. And definitely no chance for the Gunners. Out. Off the deflect. Here's Fritz again. Robledo, and that ball was partially blocked that time. But Robledo right there as Lesberg partially blocked it. Nice play by Sidney not to allow Robledo a good solid shot at it. Kristen Trujillo sizing it up for the corner kick. 1-0 the score. Rio Vista, the visitors, they lead on a deflection there by Robledo, and a save by Keys. Able to reach out towards the near post and save it. Push it upfield. Soto's got a lot of speed, and she was trying to run it down there as Darwin was having a little problem with it. And she knocked it out of play, the throw in. The Gunners still with an opportunity here. And they have a shot out of side by Bramier. Close range that time, and Bramier ranging over to her left to protect the near post. That ball from going in the back of the net. I believe it was on the near side. As Pacheco. Pacheco again on it. Her service as partially intercepted and sent out of play, out of the box that is. Still in play. That shot was Patricia Velasco. Nearly scored to even the game. Center ref will be looking at his watch pretty soon. Maybe at the 58th minute, 59th minute possibly. They only play 60 in this match. Soto on the wide. Soto gonna beat the defender. Across. Got a player there. Could not put it in the near post. Soto had beat the defender in a beautiful cross across the 6-yard box to the back post and could not put it in that time. The Gunners, that time Corelli Pineda was the attempt, the connecting ball. But the Gunners have played a lot better here in the second half. And that's why this game has been very interesting here in the second half, even though they're down 1-0. And it took a 56th minute score by Rio Vista in order to take the lead. Robledo chasing it down, he'll go out of play. The Gunners, time running out, will have a chance to throw it in and try to keep the offensive attack going. But there's Robledo intercepting. Paces it nicely to Fritz, and a give and go all the way to Robledo, but she could not get it. Nice play that time by Lesberg again. In the Central, 1-0, Rio Vista leads. And there is the double whistle, and that'll do it. As the visitors from New Mexico, Rio Vista, able to get a goal in the 56th minute and win this match. But it was an enjoyable one, especially in the second half, as both teams a lot of good action and they both had chances. Just couldn't put it in the back of the net if you're South Bay. Stick with us. We'll have some interviews, closing comments of the athletes and action that you saw today on the Betty Wilson Sports Complex. Porter back here with the South Bay Gunners, who played a fabulous match. It was fun to watch, and you are?
Sydney Lesberg.
Okay.
Number 88.
Okay. What position did you play, Sydney?
Sweeper.
Okay. Sydney, just talk about this game.
It was a good game. We fought hard. It was unfortunate at the end that we lost, but we played a really hard game, so that's good.
The quality of competition so far, what do you think?
They were good. They equally. I think we were equally matched.
Okay.
But I think it was just unfortunate.
Okay. Yeah, was this the first game for you guys as a team today?
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully it'll get better, right?
Yes.
All right. What school you go to?
San Pedro High.
Okay. Like that school?
Yes, I like it.
Favorite thing over at that school that you like? Subject, teacher?
People.
Okay.
I don't know, you want a subject? Lunch. Lunch, yeah, or biology.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good too.
Okay, that'll work. That'll work. All right. Any shout out to anybody?
Yeah, Layla, she watches this, and my parents, and I like to thank everybody for everything, and them. Yeah, good job, guys. Yeah.
All right. Let me talk to your teammate. And you are?
I'm Jenna Anderson.
Okay. Jenna, tell us what position you play and a little bit about how you feel about this tournament.
I play forward, and so far the 6-hour drive was worth it. The competition's pretty good. It's better than back home.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. How was you guys' league play this year?
Pretty good. We won all our games so far except for this one, so.
It's great. It's great. You guys you in the state cup or any kind of thing like that?
Are we? Yeah, Cal Cup.
All right. Great. Great. Okay. What school you go to?
PV, Palos Verdes.
Okay. Like that school?
Yeah, very much.
All right. Favorite thing over at that school?
Boys, count.
Okay. Other than that?
The block schedule.
Okay. All right. That makes it. What is that schedule like?
We have 3 classes every other day. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, that's great. I wish I had that when I was in high school. No chance. Okay. All right. Let me talk to your teammate. And you are?
Candace Escobar.
Okay. Yeah. Candace, talk about this, tournament so far, and maybe what you hope to get out of it.
Right now, it's pretty good so far. The first game, and it'd be nice to win the next one and just have fun. Okay. Because we're out of state right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, sounds good. What school you go to? And talk about things over at that school.
Dotson Middle School.
Okay.
It's a pretty good school. Yeah. I like it.
All right.
Most of the time.
Looking forward to getting to high school?
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to get out of there.
What high school will you go to?
San Pedro High.
Okay. Great. All right, well, let me talk to your teammate here. And you are?
Irene Soto.
Okay. Irene, again, this was one of the games that, chances for both teams and stuff. You saw an obvious chance, to put one in the back of the net. But, it's the beginning of the day. Talk a little bit about your team warming up and what you guys are going to try to do in this tournament.
Just try to stay positive for most of the game. I mean, if they score, they score, but just try to get it back as fast as we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And obviously it showed that you guys can play some high-intensity games, intense games, so it was a lot of fun to watch. Anything else you'd like to say about, this tournament?
Hopefully we win the next one, because I really want to.
All right. Okay. All right. What school you go to?
Dotson Middle School.
And again, talk about, things over there at Dotson.
I'm so over that school.
Okay.
There's way too much drama.
All right. So which high school are you going to go to?
Pedro. San Pedro. Yeah.
You looking forward to it over there?
Definitely.
All righty. Okay, let me talk to your teammate.
Thank you.
And okay, some more teammates as they were all kind of hanging out together there. And now we have the keeper who's going to talk to us first. And tell us your full name.
Jerry Moananu.
Okay. As you notice, kind of tough to say, but I've been getting more Hawaiian names to say, so it's been a lot of fun. Are you okay first thing?
Yes, I'm sure that I'll be better okay for the next second game, and I guarantee we're gonna win it. So just have faith in us.
There you go. Where did she actually kick you at?
In my throat.
Oh.
Not the business.
Yeah. Well, I guess you know it's better than your nose or your eye or something like that, you know. So, but you played a great game while you were in there, and then you know your teammate came in there and she played a great game too. I mean, they could have possibly scored a couple more, but she did a good job. You know, your goalkeeping quintet is pretty good.
Thank you.
All right. There's another girl that plays keeper too. So, talk about the school you go to and you know what's good about that school.
Stephen and White Knights. Best thing about that school is education, friends, and mainly the teachers. You know, they're always you know, encouraging us to do what we need to do and go to high school.
Okay, that's great. Well spoken. Anything else you'd like to see your teammates do the rest of this tournament?
Yes, I like to see them score a goal with their heads and not their feet, because they've been missing these goals. Adriana here is going to score one for me, so now I can go on the field and show what I can do. That's what's up.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Jerish. Good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
And you are?
Georgie Hedges.
Okay.
Yes.
Georgie, talk about this game. I know your dad would have liked you guys to come out with a victory and stuff, but it wasn't to be. But I mean, you guys played a lot better in the second half. Talk a little bit about this game.
Well, we did good. In like the first half, we were like getting ready with our team because we haven't really been playing with all of them. We have a lot of new players. And the second half, after we were getting used to it, we ended up doing better. We saw what they were playing like, and we played like them.
Okay.
We matched their intensity.
All right. Well, it was fun to watch, and you know, it took them 56 minutes to finally put one across, and but you guys had opportunities also. So, what school you go to?
Maryland.
Okay. You like that school?
Yeah, it's nice. Very clean.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Okay. Anything else you'd like to say? You know.
I wanted to do a shout out.
Okay.
To Buddy, her dog, and Millie, my dog.
Okay. What kind of dogs are they?
Mine is a Chihuahua, and I'm hugging hers is a little Chihuahua. It's like that small. No. Yes, it is.
We got to thank Taco Bell for the starting of loving Chihuahuas, right?
Yeah.
All righty. Good luck in the future of this tournament. Okay. And next. And you are?
Melissa Diaz.
Okay. Melissa, talk about, you know, just, you know, this game and what you expect from yourself and your teammates in the tournament.
What I expect of myself is scoring goals, and for my teammates to also score goals and just try their best.
Okay. Well, definitely, it started to heat up in the second half, and they, you know, definitely have some mindsets of what they're going to do in the game number 2. So it looks to be fun, huh?
Yeah, it looks fun. I hope we score and win this game.
All right. Okay. What school you go to?
Stephen White Knights.
Okay. What's fun over there?
Huh?
What's fun at that school?
Everything, get education, like Jerish said, and the teachers are a lot fun to be with. They help you in everything.
Okay. You don't go to the split schedule?
No.
I just thought I'd throw that one in there. One last shout out.
To my mom, dad, and my teammates.
Okay. All right.
And Buddy.
All right. There you go. Let me talk to the next one. And you are?
Adriana Villanueva.
Okay. Adriana, talk about just what you and your teammates want to try to do in the rest of the day and tomorrow, possibly.
Win. We want to win, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
We want to score goals. And I'm a scorer for my homie right here, Josh right here.
Okay.
With my head right here.
Okay.
Now my feet with my head.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Okay. It's neat to be able to play teams from you know, other states and that. I mean, you guys being from Southern California, you know, the LA area and stuff, you know. But you know, it's neat to see other teams come in here and see what you can do against them.
I don't know.
Kind of, sort of, huh?
Yeah.
Or it doesn't really matter. You guys just take anybody. It doesn't matter.
Well, we don't take on anybody, but we'll try.
Right.
We'll try our best.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go. Well, there's no doubt that you guys did a better job of that in the second half. What school you get to?
Narbonne.
Okay. Talk a little bit about things over there.
They have a great soccer team, and so it's a good education.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. It's fun.
Is that a high school?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how did that soccer team do? Or
Well,
is it over with you?
it's already over, but varsity, they went all the way to championships and they lost.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 1-0 though.
Were you on that team?
I played for JV.
Okay, all right. So you'll be on that team next year, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna make varsity.
There you
And
go.
then in a couple of years, I'm gonna play with her and Melissa.
There you go. Win that CIF, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. And your?
Savannah Keys.
Savannah Keys, you played in the second, or in the last, I don't know, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, or whatever it was in the second half, trying to help keep your team towards a chance to win in the ball game. They put one in the back of the net. It was a good play. You know, you tried your best, but you were basically backup, and I thought you did a pretty good job when you came in.
Thank you.
They might have got maybe a couple more goals. So isn't it kind of challenging when, you know, you're not really thinking in a goalie or keeper type mentality, and then all of a sudden, boom, you got to come in and play?
Well, yeah, but I play goalie a lot, so it wasn't really that big of a deal.
Okay.
Kind of bad at it, so yeah.
Well, there's no doubt about that. You know, throughout the match, you know, you try to help your team win the match, and whether it be in the keeper position or whatever. Which school you go to?
San Pedro High School.
Okay, talk about that school.
We're good. I'm on the soccer team there too.
Okay, and how are they?
They're good. We won. We got like first place and whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was goalie there too.
Oh,
So,
all right.
yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, any shout out for you?
No.
All right, okay. All right, let me talk to your teammate.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Elizabeth Horish.
Okay. Elizabeth, talk about this match.
It was difficult, but it was fun. You know, if we had only gotten a goal or two,
Yeah.
if we had won, it would have been greater.
Would have been nice. wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Okay. Well, in the second half, you guys definitely showed us a lot of, you know, skilled play and ability to possibly put it in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys can do, you know, towards making the best out of this experience over here in this tournament?
We're gonna win.
Okay.
We're gonna win. Yeah.
All right. Just a mentality, right?
Yes.
Okay. What school you got to?
Dana Middle School.
Okay. You like that school? What's best about that school?
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
I'm sure for your parents too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. To be fair, what high school are you going to go to after you get done?
I'm going to Wilson High School.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit different, you know, is what's going on over there. Everything pretty cool over there too?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it.
All right. Well, let me talk to your teammate. And you're?
Danny
Okay. Danny?
Schultz.
Okay. Danny, talk about, you know, what you guys what was your mindset coming into this tournament? What do you guys want to try to accomplish?
We were going to try to get like first and win our games, like play really hard. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And so far, second half was a kickstart towards that, right?
Yeah, the second half was better than the first half. We tried harder, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, there was some chance in the first half. It just didn't work out. But the second half, you had a lot more. What school you go to?
I go to Dotson Middle School.
Okay. Sounds like a good school to me.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right. Okay. And you're looking forward to what high school?
San Pedro High.
Okay. Wow. They're going to have a heck of a soccer team down the road. Any shout out?
Oh, no. No.
All right. Okay. And you're?
Jackie
Okay.
Ruiz.
Okay, Jackie Ruiz. Talk about, you know, just what you guys want to try to accomplish outside of having fun here, but you got to be careful.
I think our team should like score more goals, and I think our team wants to like accomplish like communicating more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thought you guys did a lot of that in the second half. You know, good positional play, putting a lot more pressure on them defensively. I mean, offensively towards their defense.
Yeah, I think our team did really good today. I think it might have just been the drive here. It might have taken a while, and might have just been tired. And,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, that drive is long. We get to do it tomorrow, me and the guy on the camera here. Okay, what school you go to?
I go to Paris Middle School.
Okay. Talk a little bit about that school.
It's fun. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good teachers over there, good activities and stuff.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right. Any shout out?
To my family.
All right.
That's kind of it.
All right. Thanks, Jackie. And you are?
My name's Patricia Velasco.
Okay, Patricia, talk about this match.
It was really difficult. We tried to Yeah, we tried to keep up, but unfortunately they scored on us at the last 5 minutes, 10.
You had a pretty quality chance at one point, and unfortunately, you wish you could have had that back, right?
Yeah, I should have shot the other side or something.
Well, I tell you what, it was fun to watch. You guys put on a nice performance out here, and I'm glad it's warming up now, and you guys seem to be warming up in the second half, so maybe you could just take that and apply it towards the other teams, right?
Yeah, we're trying to, like as we play, to improve more and more and more. Yeah.
Okay. What school you go to, Patricia?
San Pedro High School.
Okay. Sounds like a good school. You got a lot of your teammates going there and stuff, or going to be going there. You guys going to try to win that CIF championship over there?
Yeah, we hope to win the the championship.
All right.
Yeah.
Put the hardware up in the gymnasium or wherever they put it up at.
Yeah.
Any shout out for your parents or anybody?
Yeah, to my parents and my family, especially for my dad, because he's always there for me for my games.
That's great. Thanks, Patricia. And you are?
Melissa Rodriguez.
Okay, Melissa, talk about your experience in this tournament, or the experience to be. Talk a little about what you guys want to try to do.
I barely started, and this team actually pushed me to do stuff better. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm hoping to win the next games, because the first game didn't really turn out that well, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a neat experience when you get a chance to meet new players, and they teach you new things or push you higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What school you go to?
Stephen White Middle School.
Okay. Once you get out of Stephen White Middle School, what high school you go to?
I'm hoping to go to Polo High School because my brother goes there and it's a charter school.
Okay.
Yeah. Or Harbor Prep. Yeah. It's in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. That'll be fun. What's going on at the school that you go to right now? What is the things that you liked over there?
I like a program called GU14, and we help this environment, and we were planning to go to different places like Disneyland and help clean the beach. Mm-hmm. So I'm interested in, around the environment and stuff.
It's kind of like science stuff a little bit? All right. Okay, good. All right. And is this your sister here?
Yeah.
Okay. Is she going to play soccer one day, too?
I think she's a better cheerleader.
Okay, that'll work. All righty. Any shout out for your parents or anything?
Yeah, to my family for always being there for me. Yeah.
Okay. And you are?
I'm Joanna
Okay. What's your last name, Joanne?
Peroni.
Okay. Talk about this experience so far.
Well, I've been playing for like 10 years. It's really fun, I just enjoy soccer. It's the best sport out there, basically, to me.
Yeah, It is. It is. And you guys definitely, as I've said before, made it that way in the second half for anybody watching and stuff. Even if, they're new to the sport, it was like, wow, man, they're going back and forth, Only problem is nobody's scoring until they finally got one in the last few minutes. But you guys probably learned something out of that, and you're going to take that on in the rest of this day. And who knows? Maybe you guys will be in the championship of this tournament.
Hopefully, that's what we're aiming for. And yeah, that's what we're trying to score. Score, basically.
Well, there was a lot of chances, so if you convert them, look out. What school you go to?
I go to San Pedro High School.
Okay. Talk a little about San Pedro.
Well, the city or the school?
No, the high school.
Oh, okay. Well, a lot of teams, a lot of little groups and clubs, It's a nice place,
Okay.
Just a school.
All right. But things are going pretty good over there, and obviously you got a lot of your teammates that are going to be going there, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Your soccer program over there, right?
Yeah, basically it's just JV and varsity, and it's only first semester, but
Yeah.
we'll see them next year.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Okay, any shout out or anything?
To my parents.
There you go.
Love you guys.
There you go. Thank you. And you are?
I'm Sam.
Okay, Sam, what's your last name?
Foxworthy.
Okay. Sam, talk a little bit about this game and this tournament.
Well, I thought everyone played pretty good except me, and I try and everyone tries. I think in this tournament it's just something to have fun with, and I'm glad I could come, and I think we can win the next games we have, hopefully.
All right. Well, I think you guys are prepared for, some other things in this tournament, to go your way. There was many opportunities in that. It just didn't go in, but You guys learned something from it, so it should be a lot of fun. Talk about the school you go to.
I go to Holy Trinity. I'm in 8th grade.
Okay.
It's in San Pedro. I don't really like my school very much. I'm glad I'm graduating. And next year I'll be going to Port of Los Angeles High School.
Okay. You looking forward to that one?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to high school. Graduating 8th grade. Pretty cool.
A graduation of 8th grade is always great. All righty. Well, good luck. And any shout out?
To my grandma. Love you, Grandma.
That's great. Okay. And you are?
Nadine.
Okay, Nadine, talk about this game, this tournament.
Well, I'm enjoying it so far, except for the loss. I think we played really well, but we just needed to get a goal.
What's your last name again?
Hernandez, sorry.
All right. You know, it's beautiful here. I mean, right now it's just picture perfect in that. And, you know, again, they were just a team that just was able to do some things, you know, in the first half. You guys had opportunities, but, you know, maybe you turn those into goals and wins in the rest of this tournament.
That's the best we could hope for, and we're trying our best, definitely.
What school you go to?
Marlboro?
Okay. Talk a little bit about that school and activities and things over there.
Well, it's very academic, and we don't really have that great of a sports program there.
Okay.
So that's why I do a lot of out-of-school soccer.
Okay. But on the academic side, that's going to prepare you for high school pretty well, huh?
Yeah, no, actually it's 7th grade to 12th grade.
Okay.
So it's like a prep.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, best friend's son and daughter that kind of go to schools like that, and they're doing really, really well. It's kind of neat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. I made a lot of good friends there.
Okay, all right. All right, any shout out to your parents or anybody watching this one?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to all my friends and my parents and my brother.
Okay. Across you guys' jersey it says Sarson. What's that mean?
I think it's the brand of the uniform.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know if it was somebody who was the owner of the club from the very beginning, or you know, something like that. So, all right. Well, thank you. So, tell us, for everybody watching, who you are.
My name is Coach Rick.
Okay. Rick, talk about just this game, and just the way it materialized towards the end, and maybe a possibility of getting a tie or even winning it.
I thought both teams played very, very well. It was unfortunate we gave up the goal about 56 minutes into it. We had our chances at the end. It just unfortunate. It's kind of how soccer goes.
Yeah.
You lucky bounce here, lucky bounce there.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm very happy with the way the girls performed. Did a great job. A lot of our new players did really, really well. So I'm gonna have a good day.
That's good, and it is warming up, and the wind is dying down. So we'll see what we can do. I mean, because they're using the wind at times, and then obviously you guys are using the wind and change the ball a little bit and all those types of things, isn't it?
Oh yes, it sure does. I know tonight the 6:40 game is going to be a lot windier and going to be a little cooler, so it's a little brutal. So we're kind of not used to it, kind of by the beach and a little more mild climate, so get a little extreme over here.
Oh, you better believe it. We'll be out there. You'll probably see us, even though we may not be doing your game, but you'll probably see us out, at that time anyway. So we're going to be braving it too.
Well, that's good. I'm thinking I should have brought a little more.
You're not alone.
Yeah, I brought a little more than what I'm wearing now.
All right. Talk about this year and just some of the things that have materialized that you've really enjoyed about coaching the club.
Well, seeing the girls develop. I mean, number one, getting their foot skills and seeing them interact with other players and just going and having a good time, acting like a team and enjoying each other and being around each other. It's been a good process.
Okay. And you're going to make sure they don't have too much fun over here in Vegas, right?
No, we're here for fun. We're here for fun. We're here. Cal Cup is our goal.
Yeah.
We got 2 weeks to get ready for a big tournament. We're just going to have some fun here.
Yeah, that's great. And this lady next to you is your daughter?
Yes.
And she helped us out with a lot of the stats and everything, and you're?
Brandy.
Okay. Brandy, talk about, just being here with your dad and trying to help out and keep the girls motivated and all that. Talk a little bit about that.
It's fun to see the girls play and to help them. I know some of them asked if they did good, and I was like, yeah, you did good out there. And if things were their fault or not. And so, yeah.
So I take it you used to play soccer yourself?
I still play soccer, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. And who do you play for?
I'm trying out for a beach team right now.
Okay.
And I play for my high school.
All right. All right. How was your high school team?
It was pretty good. It was fun. Not as serious, but more fun in club.
What high school is that?
PV High School.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, anything lastly you guys would like to say to anybody watching this videotape? You know, the grandparents or anybody like that?
Go Gunners!
Go Gunners!
To your wife or anything like that?
Hi, Mom.
Not your mom, that's your wife.
I thought you were my wife.
Alrighty. Well, you guys are a wonderful family, and your wife has really helped us out a lot, and we appreciate it. And that basically is going to be a wrap for us here as we kind of pan away, and yeah, we've got the scenario that goes on in Vegas all the time. But we hope you enjoyed all of the action in this match today. Rio Vista winning the game by a score of 1-0. A great game. They didn't win it until about the 56th minute. And until we see you next time, take care of yourselves. God bless. And as always, save this one on the hard drive. Bye now.